Listen, I get it. When you're ambitious and you're working hard on your goals and you're just relentless with it can be very easy to kind of feel a type of way when the people that you want to support or you feel that should support you don't really support. They don't really engage with your content, or they don't really comment on your posts, or they don't really, just publicly showcase and share that you're doing the things that you're meant to be doing, and you're doing it well, and just feeling like you deserve a pat on the back, right? I get it, but you shouldn't take these things personal. You shouldn't take these things personal because one is it's your dream, man. It's your dream. And when I say that, it's your responsibility to pursue your goals and your dreams. It's not the responsibility of anyone else to support. If they do decide to support, then obviously that is a dream, that is the beautiful stuff, that is something that deserves acknowledgement and praise in that regard. But ultimately, you should never look at potentially or particularly looking for that sort of praise and that sort of stuff as well, because it's a journey in that sense, and most of the time, like, sorry to say, no one really believes in you, and you're gonna have to show up for yourself before you think that other people are gonna show up for you and then be like, oh yes, I always knew you could do it. Or and that will eventually happen when you get to the point that you get to. You're gonna see a few people that never necessarily said anything on the come up start to say a lot of things. I imagine for myself that a lot of people will sort of reach back out to me, and I haven't spoken to them in a while based on what I'm doing, because it's when you do something that is sort of, I suppose, extraordinary, or something that other people aren't willing to do or thinking to do. That's what I always say. But with things like that, you just need to focus on your mission at hand. You got to focus on the task. You got to be diligent, and you need to be intentional with the steps that you take. And honestly speaking, from me building this £1 million personal brand and building this YouTube channel, I have, it's funny. I feel like I've really switched lanes in becoming a lot more of a creator than a consumer. I haven't really had much time to look at like the content that I usually would in the evening, just going through like my podcasts and just different audio books and all that sort of stuff, because I've just been working a lot over the last few sort of weeks of putting all these things in place and putting it together. But it's been like a sort of understanding over the years that no one owes you anything, man. I'm sorry to say it, but no one owes you nothing. And with that, I always say that you should just be grateful for the ones who actually show up for you and they decide to support at the times when it's particularly early in your journey and your sort of career, right? And even with those things, not to say, so yeah, don't take it personally, but at the same time, never forget, you have to remember these things. You have to remember who was around during those times, or who was able to help when you needed the support, or who was able to provide support throughout the process, or provide any feedback that helped you or allowed you to pivot into a better sort of scenario or situation, right? And ultimately, as I mentioned, everyone is already so consumed with their own lives. Like, come on, man. The job market is a mess. Like, it's the start of the year. Everyone is motivated and ready to go. But truth be told, that level of discipline isn't enough for the people. The motivation's carrying them. And within sort of a month or two, they will just stop doing that initial thing that they said that they're going to do. And in some cases, when they look at you and you're working, you're grafting every day and you're doing these things, you're doing it for whatever reasons you have, right? So your reasons and your reasons for doing that just might make you more hungry in the situation. You just might be more hungry for that level of success, that you're just so relentless with it, like you're a savage. You just really want to get up, graft, and go. And just because not everyone has that same sort of, I suppose, work ethic in that side, doesn't mean that they should automatically be around to support you when you feel like it. It's your journey, it's your dream, it's your responsibility to drive it home and to keep going no matter what. Don't let the fact that you're feeling like you have a lack of support stop you from doing the things that you want to do, right? And if it's a case where you feel that, find a community of like-minded people that will support you on the journey, that understands the struggles, that understand the hustle, that understand what it means and what it takes to build something bigger than yourself. Because you have to be a certain way inclined to think that you can just build something out of thin air just from the basis of you having an idea and you just build it into an actual tangible thing. You have to be somewhat in a different sort of zone in your head, if I put it that way, to kind of think that's possible. And I'm in that boat. So that's what I'm saying there from that perspective. You gotta be a certain way inclined to be thinking like that. And not everyone is going to think like that. So don't force the issue. Don't force the issue. You work every single day and you showcase your work, and you don't let the lack of support stop you, because it's like I said, it's your dream, it's not theirs. Everyone has a life of their own. Everyone is trying to build up and do their things in their own right. And ultimately, you just got to do it for you. If you're not doing it for no one else, you're doing it for yourself, right? You're doing it for whatever you decided you're going to do it for. I decided that I'm going to dedicate these 1,000 days of doing these daily uploads and sharing this daily content so I can build not only a 1 million personal brand, but I can show you that it's feasible and it's possible. And even for the times, fortunately, I've been around so many amazing people. So I feel like I have that support. There's never a time where I don't feel like I have that support, thank God. However, even if I didn't feel like that, you just have to keep going, because you have no choice. You need to build based on that. If your desire and your drive for success is really that strong, it doesn't matter what anyone says. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter. Exactly. It doesn't matter what they say, whether it's good or bad. Whether it's good or bad, you need to navigate life on neutral. It doesn't matter. You just take it with a pinch of salt. Anything that's good, take it with a pinch of salt. Anything that's bad, take it with a pinch of salt, right? You should just be neutral in the process of building and developing, because you don't want to be in a position where you get lost because you are too swayed on one side. You are too sort of positive with the responses that you're getting, that you're now not focusing as much as you should, and you're kind of being a bit more laid back when you know that you're meant to be doing X amount of pieces of content a day, or you're meant to be doing writing, or you're meant to be doing drama, whatever it is, whatever your pursuit or your passion or your dream is, you can't like get thrown off. You can't get thrown off. And more time, when you get like thrown with so much positivity, you get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, you stop doing the things that you know you're meant to be doing. That's just the way that we work as humans, right? But at the same time, you don't want to be too consumed on the other end, where you just feel like everything is negative and everything is sort of bad, and it's just not going the way that it goes. Because in this life, we're going to have ups and downs. I told you already, in terms of the documentation, you need to understand where the magic is, in the good, the bad, and the in between. And that's the perfect place that you want to be, the in between. Nothing is that deep when you're in that particular zone and you're in between, because there's no amount of positive news that's going to sway you off your path, and there's not enough of negative feedback or criticism that's going to throw you off neither. You're just tunnel vision and focused on where you need to go, because none of that stuff matters, because you know exactly what you need to do. You built a roadmap for yourself, you documented your time, and you know exactly what you need to do and how you need to do it, the people that you need to meet. And through that, just keep going. Keep going. And that's the thing. We all grow. We all get busy as well. The more older we get, people get married, people are having children. It's very busy. So by all means, am I saying to not check in, always check in with your loved ones, your family, your friends, and all that good stuff. whether they support you or not, because that's family and friends at the end of the day. And what they may not support in terms of the, I suppose, posting of the content that you want them to do or reposting the content, they can support in other ways. But then because they haven't supported in the way that you particularly wanted them to do, you just decided to burn the bridge when they could have played a particular part in your journey later down the line. If they've been your day ones and your go-to throughout that whole time, and then they're just focused on what they're doing and you're focused on what you're doing, it doesn't mean that you should burn that bridge, man. Keep the bridges strong. Keep the bridges strong, because when it comes down to building, and when it comes down to growing, and when it comes down to becoming the best versions of ourselves, we need to do everything in our power to keep our heads just focused on the mission at hand. And whilst we're doing that, then we also need to realize that ultimately no one knows us nothing in this life, and it's a blessing to even be in a position to even work towards your goals in the first place. So it's in your best interest to just do it for yourself and to keep going no matter what. So with that, I just wanted to spread some words of, some sort of encouragement for those who need it, for those who need to hear it. And yeah, I wish you all the best in your pursuit, and you just got to keep going no matter what, whether it's the good or the bad. Just focus on the in-between, focus on neutral. Don't make anything a situation where it doesn't need to be, and just focus on the mission at hand. But on that note, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace out. Look after yourself.